Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Inside the Locker Room with Ed and Jay again. January 22nd, 2017. We now have a new president, and so welcome to a new world order in 2017. Next 4 years, we're gonna have to. Yeah. My fault. We got that all squared away. We had a little technical difficulty back, and I got that squared away. Welcome again to Inside the Locker Room with Ed and Jay, 2017, January 22nd. A lot going on in the sports world. Big day today. AFC Championship games.
Let's go!
Championship game. Right to the Super Bowl, and I'm hating football right now, so we'll delve into a little bit in that in a few minutes.
No need to hate.
We got a big day ahead of us. Big day in terms of guests. We got Marvedia, Tyson and her team out. They're doing a 35th reunion for Longtime Brian McMahon. So we'll talk to those guys. We got one of the top coaches in the state and one of the top teams in the state in the building with us. Joel Geriak is here, head coach of the Wilton High School Warriors. We'll talk to your friend. Forgot his name real quick. I apologize.
His name is Ivan. He's going to be dialing in.
Ivan's going to dial in
this morning. He is he works with professional football players and MMA fighters I believe in the DC area. I could be wrong, but he's going to be dialing in shortly, and we'll be speaking with him today as well.
Nice. So big show, jam-packed show. We'll make sure that we get you guys involved in the show. If you want to call in, it's 929-477-1584. Big T's behind the board again. Good morning, Big T.
Morning. Peace and love.
And if you guys are watching the Facebook stream, I'm going to move my microphone, slide this way a little bit. You can see this little face right here. This is the guy that's been bugging me about coming on the show. And he's actually in the building. You guys, if you any part of my Facebook or any part of my social media, you see the 2,000 pictures I have of my son Aaron and how much I talk about him and how much he's a part of my life. So, Aaron, welcome to Inside the Locker Room. Your dad's actually on the radio.
Good morning, young man.
You got to actually talk into the microphone.
Good morning.
All right. Are you ready for football today? You're not a big football guy, but you are a Steelers fan. I raised you wrong.
I love him.
You are a Steelers fan.
You can call me Uncle Jay.
So Uncle Jay's a Steelers fan. Aaron's a Steelers fan. And one of the proud moments I have with Aaron is that, and Jay asked him earlier, who his favorite basketball player is. Tell me who your favorite NBA player is.
Paul George.
Yeah, he's a little bit off the cuff in terms of the NBA.
That's not a bad choice, though.
Yeah,
Paul George is one of the top, I believe, top 5 players in the league. Earlier, in the last couple of weeks, I kind of wrote them off, the Pacers. They're on an incredible streak right now, and they're looking real good. They kind of figured out their new roster, so they're looking pretty good in the East right now.
Yeah, he's a Paul George fan, and I'm happy for that. Man, Jay, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm excited about today's show. I'm excited about the games today. And we're going to shock the world.
All right,
Steeler Nation in the house.
The show starting, guys, for everybody who's involved, we know the show usually starts at 10 a.m. The show started at 10:30 this morning due to some things that happened to Aaron and I yesterday. So we were on our way to a basketball game, a youth basketball game, and got rear-ended.
Testify.
And, through God's blessings, both of him and I are okay. And we got out of that. We walked away from it fine. But we got rear-ended yesterday, so I have no car. So moving a little late today. So the reason why the show's starting a little late. But, could be a lot worse. We're blessed to be here. Could be a lot worse. Very blessed to be here. So we're gonna get right into it, man. Last week, AFC divisional playoff games. We'll start with the AFC because we're going to start with the AFC. Patriots totally dominated the Texans, and we kind of expected that.
I disagree. I'm going to say this about that game. Patriots, of course, everybody knows Tom Brady and his greatness, and Bill Belichick and how well coached they are. They have a great offensive line that normally protects Tom, but they weren't able to protect him against the Houston Texans. If the Texans had Chad Pennington, if Chad Pennington of the old Jets fame came out of retirement and quarterback that Houston Texans team, they would have beat the Patriots.
Wow.
They would have beat the Patriots last Sunday, in my opinion, because Brock Osweiler, he was shaving. he got paid in Vegas somehow, the way that he played last week. Tom Brady was getting hit. He was rattled. He didn't look like himself. And the Texans, I just think, blew an opportunity. If they had a decent quarterback, they would have gave Patriots some problems.
Yeah, and you can't make mistakes against New England. The longer you keep Tom Brady and give Tom Brady opportunities, it's just going to keep scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they're going to keep scoring. Second game, your Steelers beat the Kansas City Chiefs without scoring a touchdown. One of the rare times in NFL playoff history.
That just shows that how great of a team in regards to a great defense that the Kansas City Chiefs have, as well as how resilient the Steelers are in regards to winning ugly. We can win in a high-scoring game. We can win when it's a defensive struggle and just do what's necessary to get by with the win. So we can do it both ways. As long as we come up with that W, that's what matters in this game. So,
yeah, and I thought that was a signature. I thought that was different. I thought, usually, you look at Pittsburgh to go score 25, 30 points, 35 points a game, and, for them to win defensively, playing in that kind of environment.
It was old school
Pittsburgh.
It was old school football last week, and we showed that we can play multiple type of ways. So there's been a lot of talk throughout this whole week from all my Patriots fans out there.
Sean Rembert,
Ron Stewart,
yeah, that's a fat nation.
Fiona Howard. All you guys that you've been talking a whole lot about how great the Patriots are, and you guys own the Steelers. All I have to say is you have not met this full team at all. Since our little rivalry has been picked up within the last few years. So we'll see today.
So give us a prediction. Patriots, Steelers. Give us a prediction.
Steelers win by 5.
Steelers win by 5. Okay.
I like that line.
Okay. All right. Steelers by 5. We'll see. I'm actually cheering for the Steelers. I'm waving the terrible towel today. So I want the Steelers to go to the Super Bowl.
It's going to be a rematch, just like I said. It's going to be a rematch of Green Bay versus the Steelers. We get a chance to avenge our last time we went to the Super Bowl. We lost to Aaron Rodgers. So I think that it's going to be a rematch of that whole scenario there.
And speaking of the NFC, Atlanta totally dominated Seattle. It was the second half was just.
Well, Seattle, as we all know, wasn't the same dominant team throughout the year. They have offensive line problems. Their defense was hurting because they didn't have their best back-end defender, Earl Thomas, as playing safety back there. So they weren't themselves. So with Atlanta's high-powered offense, with all the receivers they have on the outside, the two-headed monster in the backfield with Coleman and Freeman, and with Matt Ryan playing the way he's been playing, they were just too much for the Seattle Seahawks.
And finally, I've got to eat my crow. Facebook gave it to me big time. Sunday and Monday. I got to eat my crow. I can say this about the Cowboys. I think we lost to Michael Jordan. It was a Michael Jordan type performance of football that Aaron Rodgers put on. I think the only way we were going to win that game is if we had the ball last.
Dak Prescott, that game, even though you guys lost, that game solidified Romo was never, ever quarterbacking again for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is a rookie. The Dallas Cowboys scored over 30. Under those normal circumstances, you win that game. But since you have Aaron Rodgers out there and the man that he is in regards to the type of player that he is, that's the only reason why you guys lost.
Yeah, he put that ball in places that you just don't throw a football. And he was just better.
That play when he rolled to his left, throwing across his body, because he's a right-handed thrower, and throwing to I can't remember the player's name.
Geriak Cook.
Geriak Cook on the sideline when he did the Michael Jansen toe tap on that sideline. Yeah. That was a special play.
Yeah.
It was picture perfect.
Yeah, and what you have is you have a guy who, it's 3rd and 20. You're thinking, just tackle somebody and get off the field. Mm-hmm. It's 3rd and 20. Get off the field, go to overtime, and get a chance in overtime. He just made an incredible play. Well, it was Michael Jordan-esque.
Well, to test for your Dallas Cowboys, you guys will, in the next upcoming drafts, in the next couple of years, will be able to address your weak point of your team, which is your defense. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about offensive linemen. You have your quarterback of the future. You have your running back of the future. You have Dez Bryant, you have Williams, you have good receivers. Your core is solid for the most part on the offensive side of the ball. You do have great D line, and if they can stay out of trouble, now you can go, instead of taking a risk in the draft on these defenders that get suspended and get in trouble, now you can go for high quality character type players.
Absolutely.
Where you have to worry about the off the field stuff. So, sad as I want to say it, we have to be on the lookout for the Dallas Cowboys in the future.
Hey, we have Derek Newton on the line with us. Derek, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, man? What's up, Jay?
What's going on, D. Newton? How you doing?
Aaron, say hi to
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Hey, I got Aaron in here with us today. Aaron's hanging out in the studio for the first segment.
Hey, what's up, man? Just my 2 cents on, I can't really add anything. One thing I'll say as a proud slanderer of the Dallas Cowboys is
you are too.
The loss actually helped y'all because with losing in the first playoff game, it makes your leadership realize the team is good but not good enough. And that's just where a trap many teams fall into when they have success, is they think, oh, we're good enough, we can stay pat. It allows them to say, we got a good nucleus, but we need to make some deals. And really the biggest potential deal is Tony Romo, because he has nothing left to give your organization except for somebody else's draft picks.
Who pay for him?
Yeah, that's the problem with Tony Romo. His contract is so out of control. We can't get anything for him. I mean, I think you keep him. I think at this point you might have to keep him.
Well, because if he the NFL, that's one thing people forget. Their contracts are most of the time fool's gold. Mm-hmm. And what you can easily do is renegotiate a contract so that you can facilitate a trade. You might get a additional third rounder, additional fourth rounder, but that matters because you get a good defensive back or a good interior lineman on the defense, on the third and fourth round.
And if we can shore up our secondary, I think we will be okay. We got to probably get another pass rusher, shore up our secondary, we'll be okay. D, you gonna hang out for a few minutes, man? We'll talk about the games today.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Hey,
I'll be here.
Cool, perfect. All right. Well, you're listening Inside the Locker Room with Ant and Jay right now. WNLK 1350am.com, 1350 AM, www.insidewithant.com, and give us a call 929-477-1584. We're gonna take a little 30-second break, and on the other side, we'll bring in Coach Geriak of the Wilton Warriors, talk high school hoops with him. All right. We'll be back in a second, guys. All right, we're back inside the locker room with Ant and Jay. Somebody asked to give the website again. We'll give it out one more time. www.insidewithant.com. And again, you can call in live and be a part of the show at 929-477-1584. Or you can listen live on your radios if you're in the general area. If you're anywhere in the Fairfield County area, go ahead and give us a listen at WNOK 1350 AM. Jay, we got one of the best and brightest in the building with us today, brother. Coach Geriak, who is the head coach of the Wilton High School boys basketball team, who is on, right now, an unprecedented run in the history of Wilton basketball, I'm sure. I'm sure he's an historian for Wilton basketball, but more importantly in the FCA. Looking up what's going on, you guys are 9-0 to start the season. Mm-hmm. And not only 9-0, but winning some games by some very large margins. Coach, welcome to Inside the Locker Room. We're bringing Coach Geriak. How you doing today?
Good morning. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being inside the locker room, Coach. Coach, tell us a little bit about your team, man. How are they constructed? I was reading, following up, preparing for our interview, that you play a lot of people.
Yeah, we're very deep this year. I go anywhere between 11 and 13 kids deep. We have offensive packages, defensive packages, something you don't do. It's more of a football type situation this year. We'll press at times. We'll back off. We'll play straight man-to-man in your face, and we'll do things like that to make sure we get the teams prepared for everything.
Okay. Give us some of your players, Coach. Who
I have 2 returning All-FCAC players. Jack Williams was All-FCAC first team last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Matt Cronenberg was All-FCAC second team last year. And they're both part of the I would say one of the top 2 players in the league, and puts us with one of the better backcourts in the league, which gives us a extra depth. A kid who doesn't get any credit at all is Drew Connolly.
Mm-hmm.
Every game he walks in, he gets 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and you can't replace that. When you look at the stat sheet, it's always there, doesn't matter what you do. Then we have our replaceable players, Jack Woods, Kyle Schifrin's, Robbie Herman's. Those kids all just hustle players, defense, playing our big spots even though we're not that big. And then we got deep bench players with Kyle Matella, Scott Cunningham, Nick Cronenberg, who are deadly 3-point shooters.
Okay. Coach, what do you see? Do you see guard play as the key to winning in high school basketball today? Because as you said, you're not very big. I'm sure you don't have 6'9", 6'8" across the front line.
Yeah, we're not big at all. For the most part, our biggest kid playing is about 6'2", maybe. We're a 4-out-1 in offense type thing. Guard oriented. We attack the rim. We got our points in the paint by attacking the rim. And when teams collapse on us, we have to shoot the 3, and luckily I have some shooters.
Okay.
In regards to your team, do you focus a lot on possession, being responsible for each possession in regards to not turning the ball over? Is that like one of your keys to success with your team?
Absolutely. We play a very fast-paced game. We're scoring in the 70s on average, but we're only averaging about 11 turnovers a game. Mm-hmm. And in the last game we had 13, and we had 8 at halftime, which I was not happy about. And we ended up with 13 for the game, second half. But the kids protect the ball, understand these positions, a big situation, and defensively not giving teams second chance points.
Now, what was one of your most challenging games that you've had so far, where you had to either change your strategy mid game, or where you had to maybe possibly play from behind?
Mainly was the St. Joe's game up at Harvey Yard. We played there last week, and they played a great game against us. We couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but we were down by 6 late in the third, and we had to change. I did a little more pressing usually. We backed off the pressing. My bench still played 12 kids, but it was a little more one-on-one challenge players. Mm-hmm. And we went from that situation, and the kids have been in situations the last 2 years, understanding how to win games, and they came through with big stops at the end.
Coach, who are some of the other contenders in the FCI?
There's a lot of teams. Right now, Trinity Catholic's got so much talent, and when they put it together, it's going to be a scary situation. They have I think talent-wise, they have the most athletic kids in the league. They're 6'5", they jump out of the gym. They got some guards that are pretty good. Fairfield Ward by far is doing a great job. They have 5 starters that can score 25 points a night. Just depends who it is. Mm-hmm. Trumbull does a great job. I think they're 10-1 right now. They got some size at the guards. They're long and lanky at the guard spot. They play a solid game. Defensively, they keep teams in the 40s and 50s, and they win the games. And the team this year that's doing a great job is Troy Benton up down at Darien.
Yeah, Darien's playing very well.
They're 7-1 or 8-1 in the conference, whatever it is, and they. Every game you look at them like, okay, they're going to be okay. Maybe it's a tough game for them, and they win every one of them. I don't know how they're doing it. I've seen them 4 times so far. They have the best big man in the conference right now when it comes to size, 6'8", Preston kid. Mm-hmm. He's basically getting double every game. And then you can't forget about Danbury. When Marcus Fox comes back, he's just a man. Mm-hmm. He just beats you up down low, and it's hard to stop him. And when he's healthy, that seems to be dangerous.
What do you see as, I guess, the construct of high school basketball? You and I are both coaches, and I'm a former coach, and you're doing an incredible job this year. Probably Coach of the Year in the state, let alone the FCI. But what's changed in basketball? Is it the 3? Is it the fact that the drive and kick to a 3?
Yeah, the 3-point line. It's been there for a while now, but it's really come into play for the last, probably say 7-8 years. It's really come into play. The game has changed from when we grew up being down low, being the forwards and the bigs, dominating the paint and kicking it out, to now it's a guard oriented. and drive, kick, and shooting that three, and that 3-point line has changed the game drastically. I mean, a 3 for us is like a dunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it excites your crowd.
Absolutely.
You got Darien coming up next, Coach.
Yes, we do.
Darien, it looks like Darien, Trinity, and Ridgefield.
Yes.
And
Not
then-
easy stretch.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. How do you keep them motivated? How would it? Is it 9-0? 9-0 motivates a lot of teams.
That helps.
Mhm.
We do have our goals. Our next goal is to qualify for FCX, which we haven't done yet, obviously.
Okay.
And the fact now the kids have to embrace that they have a big X in the back for the first time. We've always been chasing teams. Now we're the first time everybody's chasing us.
Mm-hmm.
It's well deserved. Don't get me wrong. The kids have worked their tails off for me to get there, but they've embraced it, and they can't wait for the situations when teams know that every game they go against, they're going to bring their A game. So if we don't, we're not going to win. So we have to keep bringing our A game as well.
And how is that different coaching? Knowing that you're being chased now.
It's you're more, instead of having fun with the little underdog role, you're on the kids a little more. You're expecting more perfection. You're expecting a little more stuff out of them. They get a little tired of practice. They get lazy. You get on a little more than you have in the past. Just understand that other teams are working as hard to beat you, and they're starting to get that situation now.
Okay. You think, Coach? Okay. You know, it's an incredible run, Coach, and you and I have been.
Nothing too bad. Or would you be willing to come back to North and coach one of the North schools?
If the opportunity presents itself correctly, I would definitely look into it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nothing too crazy. I just wanted to know whether you're willing to leave.
Wilton fans, his name is Jay Rogers. Wilton fans, if you want to, send us letters, the Facebook and tell us, his name is Jay Rogers. They're not letting that man go anywhere.
I'll take all the hate. We need him back. We need him back in our town.
I agree. I think, the problem is, we both had opportunities to come back and they didn't.
Yeah.
So hopefully better decisions are made in the future.
Mm.
But I'm sure Wilton's going to be very disappointed if you leave. You're setting a legacy out there. How is it historical? How has the community treated you? How's the school? How are the fans?
It's been amazing. I've gone through 2 different ADs, one who hired me and one with now. He's been great behind me.
Mhm.
2 different superintendents, and right now I've had no problems either one of them. Parents have been great. They've been behind me since day one. And the community right now is somehow, I don't know how it turned over, but it's turned into a basketball town. And it's just a situation that you go there every day and you're looking forward to seeing people and seeing the young kids develop, and everybody loves being around them.
And that's huge because I remember, growing up, playing sports for North High and, remembering Wilton as a football lacrosse school, in our Fujitano as the football coach. I think the stadium's named after him there.
Yes, it is.
That being said, you changed that whole culture, them being, Wilton being a basketball powerhouse now. That's just a testament to you and what you've done with that program.
And I appreciate that. The main thing is I tell people, and any coach will consider himself a decent coach will understand that everything you do is great, but it's the kids who make everything happen. I mean, all you can do as a coach is put them in positions to win, and they still make the baskets. I mean, I'd take being a player over coach a day of the week because I can take over the game. As a coach, you have to depend on your players and understand the situation, and your job is to hopefully put them in the right spot at the end of the game.
All right, last question, Coach. Who is the I know it's a long way away, but who's the foresight to keep you from getting more on your son? I know Bassett's playing very well now.
Bassett's playing great. Sacred Heart is a very, very, very good team. They're deep. They just beat Cardoza and another team from, I think it was South Shore. I had to look, but down in New York.
Okay.
They won by 1 for Cardoza, and they won by 2 or 3 last time. That team is legitimately good. There's a bunch of teams that are coming up. Luckily, Notre Dame, West Haven, and Hill House moved up and we were moved up double L, so that took some pressure off us, but they were able to begin with. But I think Sacred Heart that's the team that everybody's looking to beat.
Okay. Well, inside the locker room, Coach Joel Geriak of Wilton High School. Thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure.
Hey, Coach, we got a continued success. You guys are playing very well, and hopefully we'll get out to a game soon to see you guys play. And more importantly, I hope to see you at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, me too.
In March. I hope to see you inside. Coach Geriak, again, Wilton Warriors. Make sure you guys go check them out. Probably one of the top 5 teams in the state right now. and let's support this gentleman's run to the sun. All right, guys, we'll be back in a minute with Inside the Locker Room. We'll bring Marvedia Tyson and her team in to talk about what they got going on. See you guys in a few minutes, all right? All right, guys, welcome back to Inside the Locker Room with NJ. We're back. We got a large group of people in the building. Hold on, let me make sure we can see Miss Tyson. I think we can. Jay's looking at the screen right now, so is she good? You can?
Yeah, I think she's good. She's right there, right smack in the middle.
Oh, good, perfect. You okay? You got to put your headphones on.
Yes, I am.
Put them on your head.
Okay.
So you can talk to us.
Okay.
You have any feedback. We have Marvedia Tyson in the building with her team. Marvedia, before we get started, welcome to Inside the Locker Room with AJ. Big T's behind the board, obviously. We're going to talk about what you've got going on, because you have so much going on. You do so many different things in the community. And we're going to talk about a little bit about it. But before we get started, please introduce your team, everybody who's here with you. And you got something.
Okay, hello everybody, Big T, J, and in the studio we have Debbie Dupree Holland, which is definitely not someone that people don't know, with Dee Dee Hope. We have Robin Peoples from North High, mother of
Yes,
Evan Kelly.
Her son was here. Evan was on the show a few weeks ago.
You don't have to be bashful.
Mm-hmm.
Evan was on the show.
Hi.
Everybody say hi to Robin.
Hi, Robin. We have Danita Hall, and then we have Tony, which is Debbie's husband, which is also one of our anchors
Good to be
here.
back. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Absolutely. Tony's been here before. Tony and Debbie have both been here before to promote. We're going to play Debbie's commercial when we get out of here.
Okay.
Miss Tyson,
Yes.
what's going on?
Well,
What brings you to the locker room?
what brings us to the locker room is this year is Brian McMahon High School 35th class reunion of class of 1982, and we have trying to put an epic event together, which includes the North High School class of 1982. We're trying to bring them aboard. So Robin is here representing from North High. Tony is from North High. Tony and Jay are from North High, and Jay are from North High as well. However, we're actually, we put this out here to try to bring this group together and do something different in Norwalk, to bring both of the schools together. It's a smaller town/city, so we're, trying to bring everybody together at one time to have a larger group.
Okay. When is the event?
The event is Friday. It starts Friday, July 21st, Saturday, July 22nd, and Sunday, July 23rd.
Okay. So late July in 2017, 35th high school reunion for both North High and Brian McMahon. Not normally combined reunions, but this year you guys are working on combined reunions between the two classes. What are some of the other events got going on? Now let me give you, hold on, before we answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, Marvedia asked, and I'm gonna include us,
Okay.
to do a alumni basketball game. If she calls me one more time, I'm gonna change my number. But we are trying to help put together.
We'll definitely get that in
We're
the
trying to
works
put
this year.
together
We'll make
a
that happen.
basketball game, alumni basketball game. So anybody who wants to play in the alumni game, you guys will contact Jay and I. We'll make sure that game goes off and is a part of that weekend event. But what other weekend events do you have going on?
Okay. Outside of the Friday night alumni, Brian McMahon North High School alumni game, Saturday we have a cruise around the Hudson. We're cruising out of New York City, going around the Hudson on the Cabana. That is going to be from 7 to 11:30. We have a sunset cruise. And then on Sunday, we're going to wrap it up. See you in 5 years, our farewell barbecue at Cranberry Park in Norwalk.
How's the reception been so far?
The reception has been pretty good. We have a lot of people, of course, that's saying, okay, we're on, we're in, let's go, this is awesome. Oh my God, we can't believe it. Both North High and Brian McMahon, we're doing it together, combined. So the response has been great. So we're looking for everybody to send in their deposits, which, we're just looking for $50 deposits so that we can, secure everything that we need to secure.
And how do they get in touch with you in terms of deposits?
So we have a PayPal account that you can use, class of 1982 class reunion, BMHS class of 1982 reunion at gmail.com for PayPal. Post Office Box 2359, Darien, Connecticut 06820 for people who want to mail in their payments. Or you can see one of our members, committee members, Danita Hall, Robin Peoples, Debbie Dupree Holland. Would you like me to give telephone numbers?
You can keep out whatever you want. We're a small show, so right now, you're good.
Okay.
In 6 months, you give out your number. You're blasted. Right now, we're a small show. Hopefully in 6 months, we won't be.
Okay. So my telephone number is 203-952-5473. Debbie Dupree's is 203-434-9027. Robbins is 203-219-3148. Danita's is 203
953
953
9625.
9625. Unfortunately, I didn't have hers memorized.
And there's no way you guys are going to remember all these numbers. So please watch the YouTube show and please watch the live stream.
Or you can download the show from SoundCloud
and
or
iTunes.
as well.
Okay.
And you guys can follow up and get all their information, and we'll have it posted on our website and everything.
You're awesome.
So
On
that you
Facebook.
guys, so that we can support what you guys do. Marvedia, you do so many other things. Anything else coming up in the works besides the basketball game and the reunion weekend?
Okay, yes, coming up for Tyson Tours and Entertainment, we have another trip down to the National Museum of African American History and Culture, which is going to be an overnight stay on May 6th. And I'm just gathering all the information now, and I will post it and send a video commercial over to Aunt and Jay.
Absolutely. and Jay need to be on that trip. We need to be on that trip. But, before we get another question, we're going to ask Ms. Peoples to slide up. And I'm only bothering her because she doesn't want to come on the radio. So we're going to slide her up real quick, talk to her for 30 seconds. Come on up. We got to get you on camera. We got to see your pretty face. You want to slide Marvedia over a little bit? Oh, hello. There we go. All right. All right. So inside the locker room, we have Miss Robin Peoples. Robin, how has it been on the other side trying to get Noah-Kai? Like, how involved is Noah-Kai compared to McMahon? Making sure you get the word out there to come to the alumni event. How's that been going so far?
Well, they've been coming around slowly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I hope some of them will see the future that I see coming together, trying to get everybody together from Noah-Kai and McMahon. So we are trying, and I am trying my darndest to get them out.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll come out
That's
and
good.
enjoy. Okay.
And I'm sure you have an amazing team behind you. How's it been working with the team?
Oh, it's been working great, very good. They are definitely showing me some different know-how that I didn't know anything about, and how to do, especially with your locker room people. I'm here for the first time trying to help get this information out, and I do thank them, and I thank you all too for helping do this.
Well,
Okay.
we love you to death, so we're just happy that you guys came up with it and it's a part of our show. Jay, anything?
No, I just, it's good to see everyone again. Tony, we go right back. I just, we just glad to have you guys up in the building today. And we want to support, having that reunion, because we need more things of this nature within our community, so we can just celebrate life as a whole.
Debbie's going to talk about the fundraisers.
Okay. Real quick.
Something the guys would like.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Hello, all.
All right, what are we talking about? Fundraisers?
We're talking about the fundraisers that we're putting together right now for the Brian McMahon High School and Noah-Kai alumni. Right now, we're trying to work on.
Yes,
Right now, we're putting together a fun night at Famous Pizza House in Norwalk. Trying to do something. Yeah, it's gonna be something good. We're putting that all together, and then we also have
Sounds like a plan.
the one with the Super Bowl, which is gonna take place on February 5th. Yeah, 507. That one is going pretty well. We're just trying to push these tickets out there and make sure that everybody knows that we do all have tickets to sell for $5. I mean, which is a great deal. So, I mean, if you want tickets, just reach out to me, Marveda, Robin, or Danita, and some of the other crews have them.
All right, so Super Bowl party February 5th. Other fundraising event is a night out at the Pizza House.
Right.
Fun night at the Pizza House.
Right, we just had one with the movie pass that we had at, at the, what is it, Sono Region.
All right.
Yeah, we had that one. We have other ones that we're putting together as well.
Well, we definitely support you guys here inside the locker room. Is there a website? Is there any other ways other than the phone numbers that these guys can get? People can get in touch with you.
Facebook.
It's Facebook, yeah.
Okay. So they have a Facebook page, locker room people, everybody watching. Facebook page. Make sure you go on each one of their Facebook pages and support this event. If you're a part of the class of 1982, make sure you get in contact with Marvedia and Robin so you can be a part of the event. Jay and I are going to work. Jay and I are going to put together a basketball game and support their fundraisers, man. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have got to support their fundraisers.
Yeah, man,
because it obviously takes capital to run something like this. All right.
No, I would just like to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think it's very important. I think Marveda and everybody here would like more people to be more dedicated and to really show support, but by showing support by actually buying and joining, participating in the fundraisers, and actually coming out and buying the tickets for the reunion. It's going to be a great thing. It's for the whole city of Norwalk. 82, no matter 84, 86, 90. But just come on out and show the support.
So guys, just go show your support through your love only. Obviously, we all love each other and we want to support through love, but support through your dollars as well. And we should be doing more of that in our community anyway. So make sure you guys get out and support what they're doing. Facebook, family, make sure you support this big time reunion. Jay and I are definitely a part of it, and we're very happy to be a part of it. We wanted to bring these wonderful people up and talk about what they're doing. Marveda, we're so proud of you and everything that you do, because you do so much more outside of what you're doing. You don't get your just due. The purpose of our show is to kind of give flowers before people are gone.
Marveda goes hard. I've done a couple events with Marveda in the past, so I know that.
I'm just trying to get on one of them casino trips.
Well, that tailgate party, that's something else.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, Ms. Tyson, salute to you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank the rest of you guys, Anita, Robin, and Debbie. Thank you guys, Tom. Thank you for being a part of the locker room. Hey guys, we'll be back in a minute. Also, I'm sorry, before we go, Jay, I have to shout out Coke Doll Productions and Jennifer Vargas. Super Blow Party, February 4th, 2017. Make sure you guys be a part of that event as well. All right. We're back, y'all, inside the locker room. We got 2 minutes left on Blog Talk, so we're just going to wrap up the Blog Talk portion of the show. And then Big T and the family at WNOK, man, it's lucky, you know, I was nice enough to extend us a few more minutes, because we're about to light up Facebook Live. We got some women in here who want to, you know, there's a lot of testosterone in the room, testosterone in the building every week, and we brought some women in here to kind of balance that out a little bit, Jay. One of the things we're going to talk about in the after show is Julia is here again. We might as well just start tagging her and the rest of everything else.